Welcome to Unselfishly Me, a podcast all about self-love, self-care, and everything in between. I'm Jane, a personal trainer with a focus on self-love. Each week, we'll be chatting to someone about their self-love journey, how long it took, and what it took to get there. Today's POWcast is a short one about slowing down. The word slow, it annoys many of us because we just want to go, 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 go. But it is so important to slow down. I think that we are all rushing around. We've just rushed around for December and the holidays, and now it's January and we're just exhausted and we're like, oh, but we must go, 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 because that's what we're meant to do, right? We're meant to just take off fast and go as fast as we can and get everything done. And it's January and we need to rush and we need to already be at the gym and doing this and being successful. Or what have you done? It's the 4th of January. Nothing. I've been packing up my house. What have you been doing? So I think that I have battled with slowing down. I'm a manifesting generator in human design, if you know anything about it. So it's, we are go, go, go all the time. So I think that's also why in my life I found yoga. And that's probably why I was meant to become a yoga teacher last year. I've gone from personal training. I still am a personal trainer. I still will be. I will still personal train people that want me to train them. I do miss it a bit. I would like to actually start doing both, like yoga and personal training. So I get like the best of both worlds. But I think that it was so interesting that yoga kind of like came to me to do my training and to teach. And I love teaching yoga because I teach beginner yoga and it's just so fulfilling to see someone like get it and then feel accomplished. And I think that it was brought to me on purpose so that I could actually slow down myself. We often teach what we're meant to be taught ourselves. So yeah, it's been a challenge for me. It's something that I have to think about every day and I have to be mindful of. And even right now, the reason I'm even saying this is because I need it right now. I'm not go, go, go. I'm feeling so overwhelmed and it's just on a deadline to try and pack everything and move out of the office by Sunday and then be out of the house by next Friday. And I've got an event next Saturday. Like it's just a lot to try and get through. And I think my default is to rush, get it done and then relax. But I think that it's more important to actually keep your adrenaline stable and not go up, down, up, down, up, down. I think it's better to just, go slow every day and do a little bit every day. So that's what I'm trying to do now, is to actually take it slower and just have a break. Like do a little bit, have a break, do a little bit, have a break, do a little bit, have a break, because I'm feeling like overwhelmed already. And that's not really a good sign because it's still a long way to go. So slowing down is important to slow down the mind, to slow down the body, to come back into your body, to slow down your breathing, to regulate your nervous system. Like we've got to keep that adrenaline and those cortisol levels lower, because your cortisol levels, when they shoot up because you're stressed, it's your stress hormone. And a lot of people are like, I don't understand why I can't lose weight or I can't shift, I've put on so much weight. So I'm like, well, what have you been doing? Have you had a lot of stress lately? Oh yes, well, this. I'm like, there you go. Your cortisol levels are the roof. So it is harder to, get to the goals that you want to if they are physical, when you are in a constant state of stress. So I'm trying to slow down, and I think you should too. So slowing down your thoughts, like allowing yourself to do meditation. I haven't been doing that, and I can feel that I haven't been doing that. Coming back into your body, so working out. I've been missing like physical, like sweating exercises and things like that, because I've been doing so much yoga the last year, which is very slow compared to what I used to do. But there needs to be a happy medium. There needs to be a good balance. So coming back to yourself in a way that feels good for you. So if that means that you want to find more of a balance between the exercise that you're doing, like having a fast and a slow, having something that's like hot and cold, something that is dry and wet, like swim one day and run the other, whatever it is that, a walk or whatever feels good for you. I think it's so important for us to focus on what we love to do and not what we think we should be doing, what society is telling us to do. It's so important to do what you love. Because if you if you keep doing stuff that you think you're meant to do, it's not going to be fun. It's going to be a chore, and it's not going to be good for you. So if you want to do Zumba, do Zumba. If you want to do CrossFit, do CrossFit. Like, do whatever you want to do, whatever feels good for you. And the same thing goes with slowing down. So what does slowing down mean for you? Maybe it's taking a day off of exercising. Maybe it's an afternoon off for yourself. Maybe it's to read more books instead of watching Netflix at night. Slowing down your mind in that way, getting ready for bed. Maybe it is taking a weekend off a month. Maybe it is going away on holiday and it doesn't have a TV or Wi-Fi. Proper slowing down. Maybe it's one night a week cooking from scratch, taking it slow. Maybe it is going for a walk with a friend instead of going for drinks. Just slowing down every aspect of your life and not trying to rush from A to B. Maybe it's taking the scenic route when you are driving to drop your child off, or on the way back at least. Maybe it is taking deep breaths slowly instead of like huffing and puffing through the whole day. There's so many ways to slow down, and I think that it's important to allow it to happen naturally as well. So thinking on what, if I say to slow, like what's the first thing that comes to mind? Like, how do you want to go slow? And just ask yourself those questions and then see where it takes you. I think slow living, we were like, oh, it's a buzzword, but is it not just something that sounds really nice? Let's do some slow living. So what can you do this week slowly for the rest of the day? What can you do slowly? And what can you do for the rest of the month slowly? So even if you write it in your diary, your work journal, whatever it is, slow, and just a reminder to go slow, to schedule some slow weekends. They can get really busy when you're trying to see so many people and do this and do that. Slow weekends, slow time. Yeah, I think slow. I want to live slow. And that's the one thing about moving to Europe. And not that life is fast here, but I do feel like there's a lot of slowness there, which is also quite nice. Like, you can walk and feel safe walking to the shops. You can walk here, you can walk there, like you can walk in the neighborhoods, which here in South Africa, we just drive everywhere. So it'll be really nice. I mean, I lived in Edinburgh for years, so I know I loved, it's like a love-hate relationship with public transport, because it's not always convenient, but at the same time, there's something magical about like just standing on a bus. And yeah, I'm looking forward to some slower paced life. And it starts with me. Like, I have to create it. It doesn't just happen. You have to be intentional about it and create that slowness as well. So I definitely think once I'm settled that side, I'm definitely going to create some rituals for myself and some like routines, like dropping off at school and then going to walk on the promenade, going to the fresh fruit market, like things like that is like slow living. So I'm quite excited about that, to create, rhythm and ritual. Like, I'm excited for that. So I hope that you can be slow this week. And if you listen to this and you're doing something slow, please screenshot it or tag me in your Instagram story so that I can see what you're up to. It's at Unselfishly Me. I'd love to see your slow days and your slow activities. And yeah, it'll just make me feel so good to see how you are living slowly today. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for listening to Unselfishly Me. Follow us on Instagram at unselfishlyme and check out our website www.unselfishlyme.com.